Okay. You want to know what the number one problem people have when they have side hustles? The number one problem you have when you have side hustles is time. Okay. Time. You're working a full-time job at 40 to 50 hours a week, and then you put in another 11 hours. That's 60 hours a week, which you put into your side hustle. You don't have enough time for family if you have family. You don't have enough time for friends if you have friends. You don't have enough time for hobbies. Your life is pretty much going to be just, I mean, for lack of a better word, I mean, I would say boring, but honestly, it's just going to be tragic, right? Because you're really not moving headway. You're not moving the ball down the goalpost, okay? You're not moving the ball down the goalpost, right? So here's what I would say is you need to get the skill sets in your side hustle. You need to invest in yourself to be able to have the knowledge in which your expertise makes you difficult to replace. Okay. And then you need to take a high responsibility on it. And also, here's another catch-22. And I know I'm rambling about side hustles. And honestly, this is why it's called the real talk, right? It's called the real talk because me and you having a conversation is straight off the bat. I'm going to say this too. Okay. If you're dissatisfied with your job that you're currently in, okay, you're probably dissatisfied with your job. That's why you have a side hustle. Or you're probably like, you think like it's not stable being in this job. That's the reason why you are considering having a side hustle or already have a side hustle. I'm going to say this. I think, yes, having a side skill set that you're developing, 100% important. Okay. But to expect that you're going to get off the bat and, start this new MLM business that you started, start selling shakes, or start doing door-to-door, start selling insurance, or start selling software, or start selling SaaS. Honestly, you're probably going to end up losing money, right? But I'm going to tell you this. Look at it from a perspective as you are losing money from a perspective that you are investing in yourself, investing in your skill sets. Kind of like most of you might know Alex Hormozi. A lot of people ask him, what stock should I invest in? Should I invest in the S&P 500? Should I invest in the NASDAQ? Should I invest in this? And he's like, honestly, why do that? Right? Because if you invest in whatever return and it gives you 8%, but then you invest in your skill sets, in which now you are at a point in which you go from, your income goes from 100,000 to 200,000 to 300,000, 400,000. Now you're actually going from instead of getting like a 4% guaranteed return or 4% non-guaranteed return, you're getting a 500%, 200% because it's based on your skill set, right? So you might be dissatisfied with your job, which is perfectly fine, 100%. It's fine. Most people get into careers because you get into that career at 22, 23, and then you're like, I don't like doing this. That's fine. Get a side skill set. Learn something that in which you are difficult to replace, right? It's the degree of difficulty in replacing you is, it's very high, right? There's a reason why the CEOs make more money than regular employees. And that's because, honestly, it's not a lot of people want to be CEOs. A lot of people say they want to be CEOs, but not a lot of people are made up for it because the amount of stress that comes with it, because, yeah, you're not out there in like getting down and dirty, but there's a lot of operational management. Honestly, the operational management of things sometimes takes a mental toll on you. So most people obsess with side hustles. I honestly think if you're going to go ahead and do a side hustle, just remember, is this something that I can do for the next 10 to 20 years? Okay. Is this something you can do for the next 10 to 20 years? If it's not something you're going to stick with for the next 10 to 20 years, then it's not a side hustle. Don't look at it as, I'm trying to make some extra money. No, you're just losing money. Work extra at your job. Work extra at the job that you have. If it's something you think, okay, this is a 10 to 20 year run, then 100%, I think, yes, your side hustle eventually will become your main hustle. Because here's the truth. Here's the God's honest truth. I'm going to say this again. I'm going to say this a little slower. Part-time jobs or part-time side hustles cause full-time problems. Every business is going to cause problems. You just got to understand something is this a problem that I'm willing to solve, get better at, and keep going for the next 10 to 20 years? If it's not a 10 to 20 year run, then don't do it. If you're going to start a SaaS business and you're not going to do it for the next 10 to 20 years, don't do it. If you're just doing things to make extra money, honestly, let me tell you something. You're going to end up getting more frustrated and it's going to be really, really boring 90% of the time, right? So, like I said, this is the first take I'm actually doing here on the Real Talk, where I just basically go ahead and talk about real world situations as far as business and entrepreneurship. And if you'd like it, just go ahead and do me a favor and hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And honestly, leave in the comments what you think about this, right? Is it something, because, I'm going to make about, a few of these and drop them every Fridays or Mondays, kind of figuring out what I want to do there. But that's pretty much it on the Real Talk here. So that's all I got for you guys. Just ensure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on a future video.